Hello soul family, take two. Every time I talk about a really powerful topic such as this, the internet doesn't work. So I'd love you to let me know if you can hear this and we'll continue. Today I'm talking to you about 144,000 with some things that are dropping in and undoing a few concepts that have been presented to you by the doctrines of men. And many of us have been told that 144,000 linked to 144,000 certain people that are going to somehow do something very special before the second coming. But it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. Give me a little love heart if you can hear me. I've had to turn my internet off. It's been dropping out this morning, so I'm just freestyling here. Hi Canada, hey Bobby, hi Terry, Tura, welcome. Let's discuss this, and I'm sure that you guys know a little more about this too, because many are called and few are chosen. There are a select group of chosen ones to have their DNA God codes activated for this incredible season. I want to just discuss into a few fractals that I've seen in this and just get your thoughts on it too, because we have been awakened. And what are some symptoms of awakening, do you think? Well, it's everything's been turned upside down. You've probably realized that everything's in reverse, everything's back to front. Everything you thought was truth isn't, and you may have been bullied and lost some friendships and had your whole world turned upside down. I think that's why you're here listening to this, so bless you. And the thing is, it takes a lot of guts to step into your soul purpose, doesn't it? But 144,000 does link to Christ consciousness, and I want to show you a few things that I've discovered as fractals that lean into this to undo those doctrines of men. Teaching that only 144,000 will go to heaven. That's ridiculous. That is not loving. God is love and we are eternal beings. So let's go. 144,000 actually linked to the consciousness grid around the earth. It has 144 facets shaped as a double dodecahedron. Excuse my fumbling and bumbling. The matrix is insane, isn't it, Bobby? The last 3 years have been a soul journey. Bobby's saying peaking for him personally. 100% agree. It's been a wee bit longer for me, but we're not bound by time as spirit beings. So 144,000 does link to the golden fee ratio, which is why I'm obsessed with the pyramids. I drop some videos here. Sometimes I have to delete them because it gets me shadow banned, but we seed drop here, right? And that's why you're here. I honor you, namaste, for being here and being able to hear this frequency. 144,000 links to all of your chakras open. It actually is a direct connection to your third eye. It's why this morning I'm playing God frequencies, and I know that many of us are waking on different timelines and we're sinking in, and we can hear things differently. We can see things differently. Christ spoke about this, and I want to read to you one scroll. It says this: your eye is the lamp of the body. When your eye is healthy, your whole body is full of light. But when your eye is sick, your whole body is full of darkness. So disease happens when we are blocked, when we cannot see things through a loving perspective, which happens when your third eye is connected and synced to the thymus or your upper heart chakra point. So let's go. Here's a few more synchronicities that you might be able to study about. Please make some comments here if you've found some things that I've left out. I'm sure there are many. 144,000 is said to be the Hertz frequency. 144 is actually the frequency of the third eye. And how did you get into the wedding clothes? You get into the wedding clothes being encoded by light codes. So this is what Christ is talking about as being the bride. Now the speed of light by the circumference of the sun, you get to about 99 94% accuracy for 144,000. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's amazing. I'm not a mathematical girl, but I can't help but see these little synchronicities. And gold, isn't our sun golden and beautiful? The ancients taught us that sun gazing opens the third eye, and in this density the sun has been demonized. It's been sprayed with chemicals to block those gorgeous golden activating rays. It's been taught to you that you've got to slip, slop, slap, and our cancer rates have just skyrocketed since then. The correlation to light and gold also links into the pyramids of Giza, which has Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh written on it, which is God's secret name. Ascension timekeeping. I believe that the ancients have inscripted these things onto the pyramids, which hold the golden phi ratio, to teach you about the matrix and teach you about ascension on this clock. You can exit the spiral. You can exit by opening up your gates for love energy. It all links into eternity, which is amazing. Once you realize you're not this body density, you overcome the fear of death, the fear of being bullied, the fear of anything else that you may be suffering, which is just a momentary thing in order to teach you a lesson. Everything gets flipped up on its head, doesn't it? The 144,000 stones were the original casing stones to the Great Pyramid, which I just find fascinating. Is this Great Pyramid a map of our body and teaching us things that we have long forgotten? And the ancient mystics left some codes there for us to unpack now together. It's kind of like a game, right? It's fun finding the puzzles and the solutions to things. The thousand-petaled lotus of transcendence that the Buddhists talk about, when multiplied by 1,000, it actually links to 144,000. I think I said that wrong, but anyway, you get the drift. You can study into that. Please look, this is the crown opens when your heart and your third eye are synchronized with love energy. We've got 50 years in the Jubilee cycle and 144,000 years in the cycle of the Mayans, which reveals the octave as mentioned by the Book of Jubilees, taken out by the Catholic Church. 364 days in the year, which is what the Ethiopian calendar speaks about. Now add that up even, so 364, and you've got another code there to lead you in deeper. It's all gematria, it's all a spell coding. It's fascinating to me. But 0 being the day outside of time that the Mayans talk about. And there's also this 13th dimension that's hidden, and the 13th star sign. All of these things are hidden and coded for us as little children, opening up the third eye to discover the mysteries and the fascinations of them, 13 being that mystical number. The wall of Jerusalem is said to be 144 cubits. If you take the cube root of 144,000, you get the amount in centimeters for the Egyptian royal cubit, which was also stolen by Babylon. Confusion. So all of our ancient mystics went through the mystical schools in Egypt. Egypt was ruled by light at one stage, and then it was ruled by darkness. So we've got people like Moses, Christ, Enoch, all linking back to the ancient mystery schools of Egypt. Many others too. Please jot them here if you know of any. I often think, why would they take that sacred symbol and pop it onto money? Surely the inversion is teaching us something, that they've got an eye on top of the pyramid on the American dollar, right? So if you are looking for everything externally instead of internally, you're seeing things back to front once again. So the eternal elusive dream of chasing wealth isn't bad. Those in the mystical schools will show you that. I mean, King David gave bread out to everyone, so too did Joseph. Joseph is another link to ruling of Egypt, where there was no evil, there was no Satan. That's all written in those books that were taken out too. I find it amazing. Quartz crystal has a bond angle of 144 degrees. Aren't we shown that you will become Zion? You will become the crystalline temple when you're activated with your light codes, 144,000, holding this Christ consciousness to activate the rest of Earth. Another thing that's amazing is when two humans come together in sexual union, there are connections of 144,000 nadis. Isn't that amazing when you think about the symbol of Christ and the bride and the union being sacred? It is divine. It is amazing. There are 144 cells in the thymus, the upper heart that the ancient Buddhists talk about, said to be crystalline. These are the permanent cells that go into different body states. I find this amazing. So if you're not ruling in love, these crystals won't be activated to open up the third eye. And so I'll pedal back to another scripture there that is spoken about. Same message here. It says, I read your eye is the lamp of your body. When the eye is healthy, your whole body is full of light. But when it's sick, the whole body is full of darkness. And Christ said this, woe to those that call evil good and good evil. Right? It's all upside down, all back to front. The speed of light in meters is a close octave to 144 meters. The height of the Khafre pyramid was 144 meters tall. The word light in gematria is 144. These are not accidental. Equals 9, yeah? And so our frequency for the third eye is this beautiful 963 Tesla numbers for the activation of the third eye to be able to see clearly. So you cannot just see with these two eyes, you must see with this eye. This eye, when it's opened, you'll be able to have discerning gifts. You'll know when someone's lying. It's quite a blessing and a curse, actually. You will be persecuted, you will be cut off, you will be bullied, you will lose friends, because your vibration is mirroring things that they're throwing out. Many cathedrals have 12 base geometry, 12 apostles, 12 cranial nerves, 12 months, 12 cell salts, lots of circles in the 12 to make the flower of life, and yet to make the matrix, and yet there is a hidden 13 equals 4. You see, 144,000 sinks right into your God codes when you are operating in the frequency of love. Even when I see and witness evil with the love aspect, I can see that they are cut off from source. And so there is compassion activated in me. There is a different way of seeing the world. There's a different way of seeing things for my enemy. This is Christ consciousness that we are talking about when the third eye is activated. From the higher heart, this perpetual golden ratio that allows you to exit the matrix. 144,000 is said to be the Hertz frequency. Is it a song? Is it a universal divine song that plugs you back into universal energy, no longer wandering in the darkness, exiting out of the dry state and into this beautiful flow state that trusts the divine to provide for you? I think it is. Is it the activation of your God codes by the 144,000 ascended masters that many shamans talk about? Quite possibly. I definitely know that there is a connection to souls that are working with us, to call us. Many are called, but few are chosen. I just want to bless you today, chosen ones, if you can hear this frequency. If you are operating in love, you are definitely called. You are definitely chosen to hold this joy, to shift this earth, and I'm appreciative of that. How did you get in? The scriptures say, without your wedding clothes. Your wedding clothes are light garments, gorgeous friends, and the eye is the lamp of your body. Therefore, if your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. Matthew 6:22. It's all written. And I'd love you to just be that glorious activator today and see things lovingly. All of this will make sense soon. Thank you for being called and chosen. I love you.